Keyshawn Davis is going to be back in the ring November 8th. He's going to be making a homecoming. Fight's going to be down in Norfolk, Virginia. They are building this young man up, and he is doing well. This is only going to be his 12th fight, and we've already seen him beat a former world champion in Jose Pedraza. And this one right here, where he's going to be stepping in against Gustavo Lemos. This is probably going to be the toughest fight of his career. This is probably going to be the most dangerous opponent that he's going to face. Right? We saw Gustavo Lemos step in there in his last fight against Richardson Hitchens, and the one thing that stands out is this man is aggressive. He's going to be coming forward. He's going to be throwing punches. He's going to throw hard punches. He's stepping down from 140 down to 135. Provided it's not like a super tough weight cut, provided he's not drained or anything, like dude's going to be able to crack. He's strong. He's got some size to him. He's going to be in there. He's going to be coming forward, applying pressure. He's going to try to be the bully. He's going to try to back Davis up against the ropes and beat him up in there. He's going to try to go to the body. All in all, man, it's going to be a tough test. Now, on the one hand, you can look at it and you can say, well, that's a style that's tailor-made for Keyshawn Davis. We saw him out there last time against Miguel Medueno, and he was putting a beating on a dude who was coming forward. He was putting a beating on a dude who wants to be aggressive. He was putting a beating on a dude who overextends on some of his punches, gets off balance a little bit. Tailor-made, because his counter-punching looked absolutely superb that night. And that's a true statement. All of those things are true. All of those things make sense. But the one thing that I would add to that is this. Miguel Medueno is no defensive wizard, right? That was the dude who was getting lit up by like 500 punches when he was fighting Steve Claggett. Steve Claggett, is he an offensive guru? Steve Claggett, is he the guy that you think about that just has this tremendous work rate and he's just accurate and crisp and he leads and he counters and he does everything good? Are you Steve, when I mention stuff like that, is Steve Claggett the guy that you think of? Because when I mention stuff like that, I'm not talking about Steve Claggett. Yet Steve Claggett landed like 500 punches on this dude and like 417 power punches. Now, what that tells me is that Medueno is there to be hit. Man, Medueno is there to be hit. When you throw a punch, you're going to connect. If you got a little bit of accuracy, you're going to connect. So when you're a guy like Keyshawn Davis, who's really good counter punching, really good timing, crisp and accurate, like you're just going to be able to go in there and smash that dude around like he's a pinball. And that's exactly what we saw happen. Gustavo Limos is going to be a little bit more difficult. Now, I'm not saying that Keyshawn Davis shouldn't be the favorite, then they shouldn't be expected to win. He should. But what I am saying is we're going to be keeping an eye on this one because this is going to be a tough test. If he comes out of this one and he looks impressive, or what if he goes out and gets a stoppage? What if he goes in and he's not known as a power puncher, but what if he goes in and he's able to put it together to the point where he gets the stoppage victory in this one? That's going to be a beastly statement in the lightweight division, in a division that's just packed full of talent. What if he goes out and he barely squeaks by? Well, then maybe we're going to see like a few more fights out of him before we see him start to step up to the world-class level at 135 pounds. So this one is going to be a very big test. He's going to be the favorite. He's going to be expected to win. Gustavo Lemos is not a big-name guy. He's only had one fight outside of Argentina. But if we know one thing about Argentinian fighters that make it over to the USA, these guys are the guys that we see putting in work, man. I remember this guy was compared to Brian Castano. There was somebody who even mentioned Marcos Maidana. In some ways, you can see comparisons and see how it works and everything. But I'll tell you what, don't let this man's lack of name fool you. Even though you may not recognize him, he hasn't been on these huge billboards or whatever. He hasn't done these big things yet. The dude knows how to fight. And even though he's rightfully the underdog in this one, he's going to be a live dog and he's going to bring some heat. And if Keyshawn Davis' footwork is off, if his timing is off, if he's not able to keep that distance with the jab that he wants, if he's not able to counter in crisp shots, if he's not able to earn Limos's respect by the type of shots that he can throw and the type of power that he connects with, this could end up being a really, really interesting fight. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think that difference dropping down from 140 to 135 is gonna play a big factor in this one? You think Keyshawn Davis is going to be undersized, or both guys are going to come in kind of even? Lemos is only 28 years old, man. So he's a guy who's, age-wise, he's physically in his prime as well, and he's only got that one loss, and it was disputed to Richardson Hitchens. So let me know what you guys think about how this one is going to turn out, and what you think will be next for Keyshawn Davis should he come out with an impressive victory.